Nearly 3,000 years ago, the horizon of the Ionian Sea changed forever. Ships from the east brought a new destiny to the shores of Italy. These were the Euboeans, sailors, traders, and adventurers, the first to brave the unknown currents in search of a new home. By the 8th century BC, a single ship scraped into the shallows of southern Italy. It was overloaded with families, jars of grain, and iron tools. They brought with them the seeds of a civilization that would transform the West. But first, they simply had to survive the night. No one here was guaranteed to welcome them. Turning back meant dying at sea. The stakes were absolute. So why did the Greeks risk everything to establish cities along this coast? And what happened when a rising Rome eventually pushed south? This is the story of Magna Gracia, Greater Greece, a land of fragmented tribes that would become a beacon of art and trade. Before the Greeks arrived, the Italian peninsula was a different place, fragmented, with communities living by their own ancient traditions. Trade existed, but it was small scale. The land was ripe for the dense, city-style life that the Greeks would soon introduce. Ships appeared on the horizon, not as conquerors, but as explorers looking for resources, space, and opportunity. The first settlement wasn't on the mainland. It was Pithecusa, founded on the island of Ischia around 750 BC. It was a vital trading post, serving as a gateway to the iron-rich lands of the Etruscans to the north. Shortly after, the Euboeans crossed to the mainland to found Cumae, the first true Greek colony on the Italian mainland. Cumae became a vital center for spreading Greek culture and technology throughout the peninsula. Most importantly, they brought the Euboean alphabet. It was this script that would eventually evolve into the Latin alphabet we use today. The Greeks influenced the writing systems of the Etruscans, who in turn passed these concepts to the early Romans. To the south, new waves of Greek settlers arrived in the Gulf of Taranto, attracted by its deep ports and fertile plains. Sybaris became a byword for luxury. It was said that their wealth was so immense, they even shaded their streets from the sun. Their power was built on the fertile soil and their control over the trade routes between the east and west. Their rival, Croton, valued something else: physical perfection. They produced more Olympic victors than any other city. In Croton, the body was a temple, and physical prowess was seen as a reflection of a city's strength and favor with the gods. Even the Spartans left their mark. Terras, modern-day Taranto, was their only colony in Italy, and it would become a naval powerhouse. Terras grew wealthy through its wool industry and its command of the sea, becoming the most influential city in Magna Gracia. Their purple dyes and fine wool were sought after, from Athens to the edges of the known world. As they prospered, they built grand temples to their gods, monuments of stone that still stand as silent witnesses to their greatness. The architecture of southern Italy rivaled that of Athens, a testament to the competition for prestige among the Greek colonies. Every temple was a statement of power, a way to tell the world that the Greeks had truly arrived in the West. In the 6th century BC, the philosopher Pythagoras arrived in Croton, bringing a new focus on mathematics and the harmony of the soul. His school wasn't just academic. It was a way of life that influenced the politics and ethics of the entire region. He taught that the universe was built on number and harmony, a philosophy that would echo through the centuries. To the west, in the city of Elea, philosophers like Parmenides explored the very nature of existence and logic. They challenged the senses and sought the unchanging truth, laying the foundations for Western intellectual thought. The wealth of these cities was rooted in the soil. The fertile plains of Metapontum produced the grain that fed empires. Magna Gracia became the breadbasket of the Mediterranean, a source of incredible prosperity and political leverage. Daily life was a vibrant fusion of Greek traditions and the unique flavors of the Italian soil. It was a world of movement and light. Culture flourished in the open air. Theaters were carved into hillsides, where the plays of the great dramatists were performed. For the people of Magna Gracia, theater was more than entertainment. It was a civic and religious ritual that bound them together. The Greeks didn't just bring people, they brought their gods and their myths, mapping their legends onto the Italian landscape. They claimed that heroes like Odysseus had sailed these very shores, encountering monsters and gods in the hidden coves of Italy. One powerful legend says the Greek hero Evander founded a small city on the Palatine Hill, generations before Romulus. While the myths are debated, archaeology confirms that early Rome was deeply connected to Greek trade networks from its very beginning. Local tribes like the Lucanians and Samnites began to adopt Greek ways, a slow but profound process called Hellenization. They adopted the alphabet, the gods, and even the artistic styles of their Greek neighbors, changing the face of Italy forever. Their art became a unique hybrid, a visual record of two worlds merging into one powerful new cultural force. Despite their distance from Greece, the people of Magna Gracia remained fiercely Greek in their identity, religion, and spirit. By the 5th century BC, Neapolis, the new city, was rising as a major hub for trade, philosophy, and the arts. Roman education became Greek education. The sons of the Roman elite were raised on Greek philosophy, literature, and art. This was the golden age of the Greek West, but such immense wealth and cultural influence inevitably attracted rivals. To the north, a new power was emerging from the shadows of central Italy. Rome was rising, and it was hungry. Rome's military was disciplined, relentless, and focused on the conquest of the wealthy, fertile lands of the south. By the 4th century BC, the independent Greek cities found themselves caught between their local rivals and the expanding Roman Republic. The cities of Magna Gracia were often divided by their own rivalries, unable to form a united front against the Roman legions. At the Battle of Heraclea, Pyrrhus won a brutal victory, but the cost was staggering, and the Roman resolve was unbroken. They invited King Pyrrhus of Epirus, one of the greatest military minds of the age, to lead their defense against Rome. Pyrrhus arrived with a force that terrified the Romans, war elephants. They had never seen such Lucanian oxen before. At the Battle of Heraclea, Pyrrhus won a brutal victory, but the cost was staggering, and the Roman resolve was unbroken. He famously said, "Another such victory, and we shall be utterly ruined." The term Pyrrhic victory was etched into history. Rome's greatest weapon was its manpower. No matter how many battles they lost, they simply raised more armies and kept coming. In 275 BC, after years of campaigning, Pyrrhus finally left Italy. The Greek cities were now alone against the Roman tide. Tarentum fell in 272 BC. Its wealth was plundered, its independence lost, and the era of the Greek city-state in Italy was over. The political power of Magna Gracia was broken, but its cultural conquest of Rome was only just beginning. It was a transformation from within. Roman education became Greek education. The sons of the Roman elite were raised on Greek philosophy, literature, and art. Roman art was transformed. They adopted Greek styles of sculpture and architecture, making them the standard for the entire empire. Even their gods merged. The Greek pantheon was mapped onto Roman deities, creating a shared religious and mythological world. Neapolis remained a Greek city within the empire, a center for learning and the arts that even Roman emperors frequented. Greek-style festivals and athletic competitions continued to thrive, preserving the ancient traditions under a new Roman master. Slowly, over centuries, the Greek language began to fade from the major cities, replaced by the dominant Latin of the Roman Empire. But in the remote mountains and hidden valleys of the south, something remarkable happened. The language didn't die out. Meet the Greco people. They are the living descendants of those ancient Greek settlers who arrived 3,000 years ago. Their dialect, Greco, is a bridge across time, a living fossil of the language spoken in the days of Pythagoras and Plato. Their music and dances carry the echoes of ancient Greek ceremonies, surviving through the rise and fall of countless empires. Today, there is a renewed effort to preserve this unique heritage, ensuring the story of Magna Gracia never truly ends. The Greeks of southern Italy didn't just build cities, they built the foundation of the Western world. Their legacy is all around us. From the alphabet we use to the philosophy that guides us, the greater Greece of the past still lives in the present. The story of Magna Gracia is a story of transformation, resilience, and the enduring power of culture to transcend time. The ships may have stopped coming, but the spirit of those first settlers remains etched into the very soil of southern Italy. If you found this journey through the history of Magna Gracia as fascinating as I did, please help us tell more stories. Subscribe to Mystery Decode for more deep dives into the secrets and stories of the ancient world. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when a new mystery drops. What other ancient mysteries should we decode next? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you. I'm MD Tawheed, and thank you for joining me on this exploration of our shared history and the roots of our civilization. Until next time, keep decoding the past to understand the future. Until next time, keep decoding. Every jar tells a story of trade and survival, the currency of a thriving civilization used across the entire Mediterranean. The olive tree, the eternal symbol of the Mediterranean. The relentless march of the Roman legions. The terror of the Lucanian oxen. The pursuit of wisdom in a changing world. The power that eventually absorbed the Greek West. The past and present living side by side. A legacy that transcends time. The journey continues into the deep, dark Mediterranean night under the stars. Tarentum remains the crown jewel of Magna Gracia, a city of wealth and legend. The armor of the phalanx. The SPQR standard moving south. Neapolis, where Greece and Rome met. The hands that preserved a language, unlocking the secrets of the past. Magna Gracia, forever part of us.